Hey guys, Nick Reich with Behind Bars Racing, Fordzilla. Hey, I just wanted to give you a little update on my race here. This last, I think it was race number 7, National Rock Racing Series. I had a pretty significant crash, got hurt, ended up in the hospital, the whole ball of wax. Okay, so jumping right into it. Course 1, I went through course 1 right after I made at the top of the hill, made the corner. I come down and there was a drop down that you dropped down, you were really off kilter. When I hit, it hit really hard on the back and the back was sideways, the front was tilted the other way. And instantly I felt something wrong. I assumed that it was the sway bar. Went through the rest of the course, machine felt off, tough to handle. Went through it, got through it, and you seen me struggle at the bottom when I went to jump up what I thought was going to be an easy little jump up. And the machine just instantly tilted sideways, and then I had to drive out of it. Get through all that, in my head as I'm coming through the finish line, I'm like, yeah, the sway bars, I broke it. I broke something back there. The vehicle is not staying stationary. Anyway, I pull up, I park, I start looking at everything, and I am not kidding you, everything looked just like this. Perfect. I inspect up here. Usually you can see on the outside if this is broke or cracked, twisted. One of these arms is usually hanging off, like that. I mean, I literally inspect it very well. Then I take it a step farther. I grab the bar. I start pushing on the vehicle. Seems to be stabilizing it. Honestly, it looked like there was nothing wrong at all. That's a fall on me or a fault on me. I should have disassembled it and looked closer because I was completely incorrect. Inside here, these splines were completely gone. It had completely sheared off all the splines on the 775 aluminum sway bar arm. No fault to Brannick at all. This is a design issue that I created and I've been running with, and now my speed and how hard I am on the machine has surpassed it. We knew this at the beginning of the year. After race 2, I bent the bar real bad. We ordered 2 bars, and we thought, well, that should be enough to get us through the season. And then it's kind of become a thing where I was breaking these bars in half, just breaking them. And now we've gotten to the point where every time I drive it, I'm either bending the bar, breaking an arm, or twisting the splines off. So, talking to industry experts, all that stuff, it's very obvious to anybody that knows anything is my sway bar is extremely short. It's 24 inches or 22 inches across, and we have so much wheel travel. There's no way a bar that short can twist that much. So you got multiple issues going on. It's just not possible for a steel to twist that much. The bar is a true sway bar. Everything's designed, everything's made to twist as much as it can. It's just not enough length. So we are redesigning that. Jake's got that figured out, Pike, and he's going to redesign it. But that was the issue that caused everything. Now, there might be a little bit more issue with me not being able, not having the experience and being able to accept when something goes wrong that I got to slow down. It's pretty tough for me to have anything pulled away from me and just have to accept that I got to go slower and get through the course. In my head, it's just the opposite. You tell me I can't do something or something says, I would be like, oh yeah, well, I'll show you, and we all see how good that paid off. So I have to acquire that skill that I got to realize when something's wrong. A perfect example of that is Tim Cameron. He hit a tree, he broke his front tie rod. He replaces it. It's not right. He know it'll get through, but he doesn't go out there and try and set a record or still run full race pace. And I have not acquired that skill yet. I need to think a little bit more and plan a little bit more ahead. And I wouldn't have done so much damage. There's all kinds of stuff I can see. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, but that's just not a skill that I have yet. Anyway, we're working towards better. So that was the main issue. That's the issue that made the buggy hard to handle. Kind of everything that led to this big crash. Then we started noticing, we tore into the machine, And we started noticing all kinds of little things. And I assume that a lot of these things are from massive abuse at Crandon here a couple weeks ago. That was probably the hardest amount of abuse that's ever been put on this machine, was that race course. That race course was so extreme. And my drive shaft was actually wore out. It was loose on the splines. And this is a massive drive shaft. It doesn't get much stronger or tougher that it can be built. So we found that. And we had a front knuckle. And our front knuckle, what's really cool is the knuckles are hybrids. Jake Pike designed these to make them work with these RCV axles. But the knuckle bolts break, right? So we can't use the standard knuckle bolts that Spider Track sells. You see how it's octagon on the top like that? The reason it's octagon is because Spider Track has a bolt that literally sets down in there, and then you tighten the nut from the bottom side. Well, when you're on RCV big bells, the big bells are so big, there's nothing you can get up in there. You can't get up in there to get to your nut to loosen or tighten them. So what we do is we redesign. We have these custom bolts made. Machinists, our good friend Dave Beffa actually designs these. And we have found that what's so cool about these is when we break, or bend these, the bottom falls off, but the top stays in, which in return holds the knuckle. So I might take a massive hit and it shears the bolt off, but it still stays in there. Gravity will hold it in. It'll just break the bottom, where the nut is connected, off, and gravity will hold it in, and I can still drive, compete, everything. Now, if I start cartwheeling down a hill, the bolt will come out. It's something odd like that. But out of all the years, I probably broke 10, 15 of these, sheared 10, 15 of these off. One time has it actually came out, and that was this last race, I was still able to get through the course and complete it without it out. You can see where right there it came off and the knuckle hit into there. But pretty cool. What else? Little cage damage here and there. We're going to touch up. We're actually going to race this race at Hawk Pride, and then we're going to take the whole machine to Jake Pike, and he's gonna touch up all kinds of stuff for us. So one other thing that we found that happened is on the rear radius, what would you call it? Trailing arm, sorry. The rear trailing arm. This mount up here that holds my trailing arm, you can see I got it all prepped for welding. That mount actually tore. The metal tore right in half. Not where there was a weld, but it tore it. And it was still on there, but it was only held on by about a 1/4 inch of weld. So, yeah, we're going to get this all fixed up. Huge shout out to Amsoil, Mickey Thompson, Edelbrock, Stasworks. Man, Stasworks is helping us so much. But all these guys, I mean, just going out of their way to help me right now. And I really appreciate you. My whole family does. Everything keeps us in this sport, keeps us pushing. And we're gonna do everything we can to help you and everybody that helps us. That's what we're trying to do. So love this sport, and we're gonna be back at it stronger and better than ever. Thanks.